Awesome. 3 a.m. lunch. Yep. Yeah. All right. Everyone who has a microphone, all the speakers, essentially, you can turn it on and just talk about whatever we want. It's the annual 1 hour we talk about whatever the hell we want at VNConf.
I got some really good root beer for a party I'm going to later tonight.
Bimmy.
Nice. I'm gonna sprint to the grocery store and get something for lunch, but everyone's talks were awesome. So excited. Great job, everyone.
I actually have a massive sale, if that's all right. Just shilling, like really big shield.
Yeah, fine. Go for it.
Well, the last chapter of my visual novel, The Hated Night, which I've been making for 7 years now, will be released in a month and 2 days. That is the 29th of February.
Congrats.
It's a skip year, and I wanted to make it a really horrible date to ever remember. 29th of February. So, I'm excited.
So that means you won't have the first anniversary until 2028?
Yes, exactly. I can always say, oh, I released it just last year. And it's 4 years later, Like,
gonna leap with excitement.
I don't know who said that, but you're my enemy now. I will come for you. I will get you in your sleep.
What's up, gamer? It's me, Cody, the other high energy talk from 3 years ago.
Hi, Cody. This makes us mortal enemies. I hope you know.
Do what now?
This makes us mortal enemies.
Oh no.
It's alright. You'll survive.
Yeah, well, it'll all be staged. It'll be like one of those DBZ kind of things. Just, and then it cuts to commercial.
There should be like way more game dev like kayfabe. Honestly, we should be having like fights with each other all the time.
Yeah. Look, I do boxing. I wish I could box against more game devs. Like as a general rule of thing. What?
No, listen here, brother. They may make Yuri over at that other studio, but they don't make Yuri like we make our Yuri, okay? I put girls' tongues down other girls' throats.
Well, just bring Sion next time, and we can have a jury of, Yuri. How do you say this in English? Yuri?
Yeah, Yuri.
I have the the Spanish Y sound, so even saying Yuri for me is like super hard. Yuri, there you go. Yes, But no, that would be a really fun talk. Like just make a talk about gay girls kissing. Yes.
Shino Talk 2025?
80% of the examples I have are from Yuri games in my next talk.
Ooh.
As it should be.
Indeed.
Oh, someone in the chat said gayfabe. That is perfect. Because kayfabe is the wrestling act of like doing that braggadocio and all that fake stuff. So gayfabe.
Like someone's public persona is like very butch, but like when they're off the stage, all femme. They just have to keep that illusion alive.
Oh, that would. Oh God, that feels like you're the one kid in class who's good at math, but you hate math. So you just, every time you show up to math class, everyone wants you to be the math kid, so you have to adopt that persona for an hour a day.
Baby, that sounds like a you thing, maybe. That sounds like a projection there. Do you want to talk about this, Cody?
You see, it all started when my great-grandfather, Maho Jeremiah, immigrated from Mathistan over to America. We have a long history of being good at things that we hate.
A lot of division in your family it's caused.
Yes. You see, Jeremiah's
he's here,
wife,
also some
Ethel,
multiplication.
bless her heart, she loved him because of his math and his baking, but he hated to bake, and therefore he hardly baked.
Well, I'd say that's a plus.
But they loved each other and they multiplied.
They multiplied? Oh, I hate that.
Would you say it's derivative? That's enough.
I mean, it's a bit of a
Maxi,
tangent.
why?
I'll give it that.
Maxi, why?
Oh.
Yeah, these jokes will just get exponentially worse if we keep telling them.
There's a
I
limit
exist
to them.
Suffer.
We're only 5 minutes into the lunch, by the way.
It feels like years.
Yeah.
This is normal.
Are
This
they
is
the
very
longest
normal.
5 minutes of your life yet, or?
No, that had to have been that one talk with Raichu right before mine that one year. That was the longest 5 minutes for sure.
The rights you?
Don't worry about it.
Wait, was it the hentai one?
Nope.
No? Okay.
It was.
Oh my.
Hell yeah, let's go.
Oh my god. So when Agi cut up those videos for that year, the very end of Raichu's discussion was at the very start of my video.
Oh.
Oh no.
I was like, no!
Oh,
Show your
no.
family that one, yeah. Oh no.
I was a
Oh.
little too sloppy with the slicing tool in Premiere. Yeah, I remember that.
I don't think you were the one being sloppy that day, Agi. that was definitely
Oh.
you.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Hey, but we cleaned it up. I cut that little like the 30 seconds or whatever it was.
Yeah,
off.
it's
fine.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Virtual
Was it
box of
though?
tissues, it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine now. Yeah. The only people that know about it are you people. So.
Oh my.
And I guess everyone who's like listening. Well, I can fix
We're
that.
making math jokes.
They're
in the
still
Discord.
making puns. Oh my god.
No.
Save me,
Oh
please.
shit. That's good. That is not me.
So what are you guys getting for lunch?
Dinner.
Love me some dinner though.
General shows wings.
What a great way to not answer the question.
Yeah.
What are you drinking out of this bottle? Okay. Thanks.
It is an answer though. That is the point, right? Like it's like that is the base of humor. The unexpected. The horror of not knowing what's coming next, you know?
That is your existence in a nutshell, yeah. The horror
You-
of not
what-
knowing what's
what-
coming
what-
next.
Would you define my existence as horror? Maybe horror-y, but horror. I'm sorry. That poem was better in my mind, but my accent got in the way.
It's
I'm
extremely
sorry.
pretentious horror. It's harar.
It's horror. You know?
You gotta roll your R's, yeah.
You got
Oh, I
to give the
can't.
Spanish accent there.
Too white.
Wait, does that mean it's the time where I teach you all how to meow?
I was about to say, we have to segue into that right fucking now.
All right. Well, you have to like go into like your nasal resonator. Like focus on the top of your head, kind of like here, right? And then you go like. You just kind of like make like a cat face and that's how you meow. And that lets you do like a really fun high-pitched voice. They will teach you this if you go like to vocal training ever. They teach you how to use your resonators to make your voice different instead of using your larynx, your throat.
Your what's the word?
your voice boxes, I think. Nasal resonator. Or...
Okay. No, not that. The other one, the alternative to larynx voice box.
Resonator, I think is.
Resonator is not. It's not an alternative. It's a different thing, right? So, for example, if I'm going to sing opera, like if I go like this is my normal voice, I'm speaking from like my general throat area. If I want to speak opera and go into my head register, I'll do like. It's there, and it's not from my throat. It's from my resonators. If I go down, it starts getting kind of like Mickey Mousey right there, like it's kind of like nasally because I'm speaking from my nose, and I will keep going down. Now it's my chest. It's really bad because I don't have a chest register. But like, that's how you play with your voice. Like you figure out where to make your voice resonate, and that changes the quality of it. Changes the hue. The pitch. It changes the depth of it. It's not the same to speak from like the back of my throat as from the top. Like if I'm speaking from here, it's much more booming than if I'm speaking from the back of it, right? So it's really fun to just play with your voice and figure out what you can do.
I'm listening to you talk and I'm like, wow, I'm hearing a lot of this because this is my unfiltered voice right here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not using like a voice filter. I've been doing training for like the last 6 months for this.
Yep.
And yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy.
Yeah.
It's been taking a long time.
Yeah, I've been avoiding it for years. Don't worry. I feel it.
You gotta start. You gotta start.
For real. It's true.
Yes.
It takes so long. You can't wait.
And it's so fun because like it will do so much good for you, like not just from like your own like gender perspective, but for your vocal health. Because me, for example, I have a problem, which is like I'm a trans man. I've been making my voice lower my entire life. Like my bass voice is here, right? Like that's my voice without doing any effort. But because I've been talking my whole life from here, like that's natural voice, right? What happens? It's made my larynx go lower and lower and lower and lower. So now, when I bend my neck, my voice does this. That's fun. That's a fun voice to have.
Can we trade? Do you want to trade?
It is here for you.
For real, though.
You can have my Kermit the
real.
frog voice. And so, like get if you can afford it, if you can have access to it, get proper training for your voice because it will make your life so much easier. Like if you speak a lot, you absolutely need vocal training. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I know it's VNConf. I'm very sorry.
I mean, like 90% of VN devs are like LGBT in some way, so it's very applicable.
Look, we can have a whole talk about trans girl programmers.
Oh, no. I'm seeing it. I don't like it.
LGBT, legitimate gamer by trade.
Oh, no.
Look, okay, get me that in a cap
t-shirt.
or something. Yes.
Cody, Jackbox, and we've got to encourage somebody to make that t-shirt.
Yes. Yes.
God, I was listening to Justin's talk, right? And I'm like, I got put after Justin, and I'm going to look like a fool because Justin's going to blow mine out of the water after I was like, no. I didn't look at it till today at all. So.
It's very hard to teach After Effects because it's so massive. There's so much you can do with it.
I don't know. I felt a little dumb doing it because like it's very expensive and it's really hard. It's kind of inaccessible to a lot of people, but at the same time, it opens up so much for people. Like, it's a really good program, and like if you can afford it, you can do insane stuff. The stuff that I showed, this super baby basic, but like, you can do some wild stuff. Like,
and if you can afford, and if you cannot afford it, well, you know. I mean,
we don't talk about that option.
you know, it's just like the absence of saying what it is, but you know what it is.
I will say,
you know.
I make a lot of my videos using DaVinci Resolve because I don't want to pay for After Effects. And I used to work like, professionally in that kind of vein And there's just so much stuff where I keep like when I set my scripts together, I'm like, oh yeah, I can just do this quick little animated sequence. No, it is like pulling out your teeth doing that in DaVinci Resolve. It's a whole different workflow.
I was gonna ask if it's a good replacement, and you just answered it for me.
Well, no. It's good for in the normal workflow for After Effects, like there's a separate Adobe software that you want to use for actual like editing.
Yeah, Premiere. Right?
Premiere, but all the effects like you really want to do in After Effects.
Yeah.
There's not really an equivalent for DaVinci Resolve. They just have like a lot of like nodes where you can apply effects and layer them on top of one another. That's honestly a little bit closer to when I work with materials like in Blender. And I hate that. I hate that so much. So it's just awful every time.
I have to say this so it's recorded, but Shiro in Dev Talk said DaVinci Resolve, or as I call it, Before Effects. I love that.
Oh my god.
I use a lot of Natron for post-processing stuff, just because it's free, but it's not great. It's not great stuff, but like if you need like a quick program that can potentially do the same as After Effects, but you will not want to be caught doing the same as After Effects on it, Natron is alright. OpenTune is fantastic. Like OpenTune can do anything, but if you can figure out OpenTune, you have my respect, because that shit is hard.
It is very hard.
Yeah, I've been fiddling with Kden Live as my video editor of choice, and good luck doing an alpha shape in that thing, because it will lag the preview like a son of a gun. And if you do too much text too quickly, it'll crash. But it's free!
You know what? I should probably eat something. You will feel
No.
maybe.
I thought you were gonna eat dinner.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah. I'm gonna eat dinner at some point. Yeah, like that's that's. I'm out of jokes. I'm sorry. I really tried, but nothing was coming out of my brain right now. I'm so sorry. What?
I was gonna say it's okay. Don't worry. You are a joke, but that's really mean. I'm sorry. My brain was like, "Don't say that."
I know.
Why would you do that?
I know.
Why would you do that?
My brain hates me. Okay. It loves...
No, it's a good one though. Unlike me.
No.
What have
Now
you
the
done?
spiral has started. Look at what you've done.
No. You're fantastic. Don't do that.
See that's how you reply to one of these. You just make it really, really awkward and really uncomfortable.
True. Let's fucking go.
I'm dead.
Hey Maxie, have you done any cool voice direction lately you can tell us about?
Yes, I recently directed the Japanese dub for roguelite Astral Ascent, which was really, really freaking large and all Japanese. So that was a flex.
Wow.
It was a lot of fun though. Currently the rest of it is NDA. I cannot talk about anything right now. So, but it's I've not been getting like any English work lately. Like it's been really rare. But I've been getting work in every other language I speak. So that's good though.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, like, how'd you get a job directing Japanese if you don't speak it? But if you do, then great.
Yes. No, I
Question
speak
answered.
Spanish, Catalan, Japanese, French, English, and a little bit of Arabic.
Can you speak Japanese with a French accent?
Yeah. Oh my god! If I try to speak it, I go into French. Oh no. Yep.
First.
Oh no! I have never tried this. What? できるかなあできようかな Oh my god! Oh, never in my life. I will never try this again.
Beautiful.
It's
I
been
love
banished to the something zone. I don't even think it's a shadow zone. I think that's a whole new zone for whatever scene that was.
Lord, I apologize.
Look, when I speak Japanese per se, I'm speaking with a Spanish accent. It's just that like my accent in Japanese is less thick that my accent in English, because like I learned Japanese from people who speak Japanese as their first language, but I learned English from people who were studying English as they were teaching me, because English was not mandatory in Spain until I joined kindergarten. So my first teachers had no idea of English, and I still have like a really thick accent, really thick accent. So it's a problem, right? Because like when I try to like direct people in English, sometimes I get people being like, "Oh, you don't sound like I expected," or
Oh.
"That's how you say that,"
Ew.
and it's really gross. It's like, do you want
Like,
to keep your
what
job?
did you expect? Tell me all about that.
Like, am I somehow worse at understanding human emotion and conveying human emotion because I have an accent? Like,
Yeah, to some people, like just because I have an accent, I cannot speak your language. You know, like some people like go from this assumption that because my accent is very noticeable, I can't speak. And that's the thing. Like in Japanese, my accent is way better, but my Japanese is way worse. So, like people hear my Japanese and they're like, "Oh shit, you can talk," and it's like, yes, I talk. Sometimes, yes, I kind of talk, I think. So it's I am like way less eloquent in Japanese than I am in English, but I have a good accent, so people can like trust me. So that's rough. It's kind of a problem.
yeah, I could never for the life of me do like a different language because I took a couple semesters of Spanish in school. So like if I heard someone reading a Spanish script, I wouldn't know what the hell they're saying. I'd just be like, "Fuerte, muy fuerte,
That's good enough.
más fuerte."
Yeah, that is good enough. You know, like you don't need, you just need to be able to tell, like, okay, like direction is, I think, to me, right, this is my opinion on direction. I think direction is taste, vision, and communication. You need to know what you like. You need to be able to see the whole work together, and you need to be able to express to someone else how you want it, right?
Yep.
If you can tell, okay, I don't like this acting, then at least you are halfway through there. Like you're going to be missing nuance. You know, like maybe in Spain we are used to acting in this one style, and by coming in from the outside with another style, it's weird. You know, like maybe it's not what someone is used to, but like I think there still will be a choice. You know, like I think there will still be like, at least you're making choices. I don't know. I'm just used to like rush jobs with people who are like I've seen so many bad projects where it's like, okay, was there a director for this? Was anyone making choices? Did you all have any guidance at all? You know. So, I think like even if it's not the right style for a language, you will still be making like a choice. I am rambling so much right now. I'm so sorry.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
You live
It's
for
working
it.
for
we live
me.
for it.
The rest of us get our own talk. This is your talk, Maxie. Welcome.
Yeah, this isn't the lunch break. This
Oh,
is your
wow.
hour-long talk. Yeah.
I get my hour-long talk.
Yeah.
Oh
Guest
shit!
of honor.
I should forget to submit a talk more often then.
No, I do agree with like voice direction, like your taste. Yeah, because something I remember seeing about like movies is they're written 3 times. They're written by the scriptwriter, they're written again by the director, and then they're written a 3rd time in the
By the
edit.
actor. Oh,
And then same thing with video games where you have the writer of the game, and then you have the voice actors and the voice director, and then you have whoever chooses, which lines actually go in the game.
Don't remind me. I've seen so many things like go to hell in the choosing.
Yeah, see, I'm not an audio engineer. I'm just the voice director. Like, look, I'm gonna give you a bunch of great takes, and then it's someone else's job to figure out which ones you're using. That's not me. I'm not a chooser.
I've been like moving my workflow more towards like studio workflow. So nowadays I have to like be like, okay, we have the take. Cool, let's go to the next one. So like I used to be like, yeah, let's give me like 3 to 5 takes, and we'll stop when we have like a good one. But I had to work with like a big company. They were like, no, give me 1 take, and I'm like, what? No, I don't want to give you one take. What if it's bad? No, I had to get used to like, okay, that's good enough. Let's go. That's
That
great.
that would make me so fucking mad because like I've seen some recent controversies about recent video game dubs. I'd rather not get too much into it, but like you could tell that they were just using the first take that this guy gave. They're like, look, we know you're busy, just bam, 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 read it all and get it out. And like, oh no, 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 please no.
I think it's like there's like I asked like an ADR director, a friend of mine. I asked him like, hey, how do you deal with the sense of like this needs to be perfect? He told me, well, I look at the schedule. And I was like,
Valid.
yeah, that sounds about right. It's rough, but like you have to like temper your expectations to like, okay, is this an important line? Is this the line where I need to spend 5 minutes making it the line and picture in my head, or is this like a line to get through the motions until we get to the important scene? So that's how I've been living. I'm also like in like bigger companies, they send me localization how it's called, localization tab sheets, and they are not in order, right? They're like ordered in whatever way they chose to order them. That is not chronological. So I have to quickly make decisions about like, how is this line going to be? Okay, yeah, let's go with this, let's go with that, let's go with this other thing, and just pray that when it goes into the game, that it would match the thing that's needed.
Yep. To paraphrase Lorne Michaels, who created Saturday Night Live, the game does not ship because it's ready. The game ships because it's a month until Christmas.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you know, like that's what I like about having my own game. Like in my own game, I can say like, okay, we're going to spend this amount of time with these lines, and we're really going to take it slow and have fun with them, and just really make sure that they are going to be great at every choice. So, like that's, I think that's the beauty of having something where you have like true creative ownership. It's just getting to decide what you want to do with it. You know?
The craftsmanship. This voice acting was aged in an oak barrel for 80 minutes.
It sure does fucking feel like it.
I'm back. Oh god, there's
Hey.
200 messages.
Let's see. Ooh,
Oh, no.
No.
Question in the chat. Question in the chat. Do you have any tips for making it easier for VOs to look at the lines necessary and go, "Ah, got it," when you don't have a voice director? But when what's a V? What the hell's a VO? Do you mean like the engineer?
Voiceover.
But it looks like they're VA. Okay.
VOs will be like the voice, like they think of like voiceovers. I mean, yeah, if you're thinking of the engineer, get someone with good taste. I'm sorry,
No.
that's
No, they specified the
that's
voice
shady.
actor, so it's a voice
Yeah.
actor recording by themselves. How do they know they've got it when they just have the
Well,
script and no engineer or director in front of them?
I gave a whole talk on this a couple of years ago. I'll link you to it in a bit. A good thing to always make sure of is that you have to make sure that you're providing them with enough info to get their character right. Like make sure they know their character. They have all the reference they could need, right? How does the character look? How does the character feel? How does the character like all this basic information? And then when they're going through the character, if something is not evident, tell them. Like if a line is supposed to be sarcasm, make sure that it's noted to be sarcasm. Make a little bracket there, say
/S.
Yeah.
JK.
Oh, so I was working with Ing Thing on Of Sense and Soul, and you're gonna hear about Ing Thing later, trust me. But she has a script template floating around DevTalk somewhere, and it has like it's an Excel spreadsheet. It's not like a Word document. It's a spreadsheet with separate cells, and there'll be a cell for the line, another cell for if it's internal or external, so like are they thinking it or is this something they're speaking out loud, and then another cell entirely for the context, so like I don't know if I can talk about that line. But anyway, so I'll use my example line. Ice cream isn't my thing. So if you just have a voice actor like reading a script, and like someone asks if they want to go to Baskin Robbins, and another actor says, "Oh, sorry, ice cream isn't my thing." Like if you just see that line, it looks like it comes off as a casual thing, and there's not a lot of weight behind it. But if you have a little space in your script for context, you put a note next to it saying, this guy was promised ice cream by his dad, but his dad actually walked out. So there's like deep pain and foreshadowing in this line.
Yeah.
So, oh, sorry, the ice cream isn't my thing. Oh, a rare moment of weakness from this character. What's going on? You're setting up shit for later, is what you're doing.
Yes. Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah.
Context is the blood of like acting,
Yeah. So step one, like make sure your script is in a spreadsheet and not a Word document, so that there can be notes next to it.
So I will say, when we set up our docs for our VAs, we are usually very good about setting up like context in there. But I have worked with a number of like kind of large brands where we're dealing with like Tom Kenny, or we actually have a record with Bert and Ernie from Sesame Street next week.
Oh shit.
And it is crazy because they don't have any of that context in there. Those people are just doing voice acting like just so frequently. They just kind of got the vibe down. Like they just know how this stuff goes. So just at a glance, they could just see like, oh, okay, yeah, this is how this character's going to read that.
I think that's what a good actor does. A good actor makes choices. Like even if it's a wrong choice, even if I look at them like, okay, that's not what we're going for here. Just the ability to make a strong choice, like right off the bat, like be like, okay, no, I'm going to go with this. Now I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. That is such a like telling quality of a good actor. Just making a choice, committing.
Like you have been hired to voice this character. Be the character.
Mm-hmm.
Like some of them, like they've been voicing that character for so long now, they probably know it better than most directors or people writing for Bert and Ernie, for example. I assume
like if you put a Bert and Ernie script in front of the actors for Bert and Ernie, they've been doing it for 30 years or whatever. They can get right into it real quick. But it changes a little bit when we are doing like random stuff for hire, and it's like, hey, what's up, random dude I just hired off of Twitter for $8. Can you do this my OC real quick?
And you know what? That you still have to make choices there, right? Like you may, I think like the moment I like the best about direction is when what I want to say and how I say it, and what the actor wants to do and how they express it, finally find their middle point. Like sometimes it clicks immediately. Sometimes I work with someone new and we immediately hit it off and we understand each other. And other times it takes like half an hour until something finally clicks for the actor about like, okay, this is how we're going to work. This is how we're going to guide the session. And there's like one type of actor I cannot deal with, which is like people who are like, but what is my motivation here? What do you want me to do with this thing? I'm like, yo, that's your job.
It's fun listening to kids voice act. I'm usually not there for those records. They have like kind of their own studio set up for that, but the voice directors with the kids, it's always just like, they'll say some line, the director's like, okay, but like you're screaming like like that, sort of just like these vague notes, and the kids are just always just raring to like, okay, we'll keep playing, we'll do this next thing.
I think that's how it goes with like younger people. As people get older, they usually like lose some of that energy. You don't want to be screaming for half an hour without knowing what you're doing. You want like clear idea of like, okay, but why am I doing this? What am I doing next? Okay, cool, yeah. When you get like younger people, like someone who's like, say like they're like in early 20s, they're still like, yeah, sure, it goes away fast.
I don't know. I'm 37 and I want to scream all the time.
Yeah.
You know what? I feel that though. I'm 28. I
It might
cannot
be a
stop
Discord
streaming.
moderator thing, though.
Please do not announce to the server when you are going to make weird jokes. Please do not announce to the server when you are researching your Yuri game.
Well,
Or do.
yeah, but say well.
You can't tell me what to do.
I mean, like what sort of research are we speaking of? You know, like, I mean, can I introduce you some of my research? I'm sorry.
A fucking itemized list. Let's go.
What's up, community news? I'm about to look up boobs.
No.
I mean, you know, like we are making a juries instead of one set of
The
boobs, it's two
Wikipedia
set of
page.
boobs or more. So, you
Oh
know,
wow.
I know, right? Mm-mm-mm-mm.
No, little German boy, don't look up boobs and announce it to the TikTok server.
Why? Why?
Fucking hell. I love it. Love it.
Don't make the little German girl moderate. Ah. I have not shielded myself this year, so please follow me on whatever the heck you are.
Oh, you're on Blue Sky. Oh,
I am
Oh,
on
that's-
Blue Sky too. Yes, I am. I am in many places. Not really. I am on Twitter, and sometimes I go to Blue Sky.
yeah, like you posted the Twitter link, and then the preview said Maxi has the same handle on Blue Sky. Like,
You can tell how excited I am to be on Twitter right now.
oh yeah, like I literally I still occasionally lurk Twitter, but my last post was in August. My last post was done with this website.
Yeah.
Socials in bio. Take care of yourself. Like,
It has been so hard to operate on Twitter at all in any capacity.
Yes,
That's
Just-
such a generous use of the word operate, too.
like not even frolic, enjoy. Go ahead.
It's so ever since the new stuff came down. So first off, I've got an unfortunate amount of fucking background noise going on with Twitter because of the API stuff that I've been doing for years for them. They started charging for all of the basic functionality, so my bots were down for fucking like a year and a half. But on top of that, like, they suppress the shit out of everything now, and it's just like the only thing that doesn't get suppressed is a very specific type of news that blast constantly, and if you fucking are on Twitter, you know what I'm talking about. Because Jesus
Yeah.
fucking Christ, it's everywhere. I get notifications for it, and I don't look at it. It's just that's all I get.
found
Yeah.
all my art gets like no interaction whatsoever. Like my art is buried, but every time I speak about anything, like I don't know, like, well, voice acting, blah 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 blah, whatever, it gets immediately like thousands of likes. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Why is this getting pushed to people's timelines? You know, like it's very random. I don't know what's going
Well,
on.
because voice actors have no choice but to stay on Twitter to find jobs.
Yeah. Ain't that the fucking truth?
Yep.
Mildly related. I saw we were doing some shill-friendly stuff on the break. Had an awesome live performance of my game's demo by some VTubers. Very unique thing. Got the
Yes.
VOD there. It was
Woo.
awesome. 5 VTubers came together and did a performance of my game's demo. It was amazing. We did the casting through Twitter, and they all knocked it out of the park. Unbelievable. It's like 4 hours long. They just killed it. It was so great. You can find the demo here if you guys are interested.
I
Big
really
old dark
wish
fantasy horror.
I really wish I'd caught it live. You told me about it, and I was like, I am in the middle of something. I can't go.
Yeah, my DMs were exploding during the performance because it was so hard to get word out via Twitter. Like it was so incredible though. Like the amount of passion that they put into the performance, the voice actor who played the lead, he was like in the after party, he was still sniffling because he was crying during some of his lines. He was like, "Oh my god, my nose won't stop running." It was the sweetest thing.
I should move to Tumblr, but I'm like, I look, it's like moving to a whole new country. I don't know their culture. I don't know their language. I don't know how to speak memes in Tumblr.
How many more days are you going to drink lead-poisoned water, Maxie? Just take the move. How many more days are you
real,
going to
though.
walk through potholed...
Look, okay, I'll tell you exactly how many days. 32. I'm waiting until I release my fucking game, and then it's like, bye, bitches, I'm out.
Bitches, I'm out.
I honestly, I sympathize with everyone who is like struggling to operate and move off of Twitter, because like, so there are ways still to get out on Twitter, and nobody's gonna like the answer, because I hate the answer. I'm pretty sure everyone feels the same way, but it's just I feel really bad because like there are no other good alternatives to it. Tumblr doesn't have anywhere near the audience that Twitter does, and Twitter doesn't have anywhere near the audience that other sites do. So it's like we're already downgrading from a downgrade to another downgrade.
Like,
so
I mean,
it's just it's a shit show.
TikTok. Let's go to TikTok.
TikTok, yeah, but there's a skill floor there.
That's what I'm saying. Like I don't know how to make videos. Like maybe I would be funny at making videos, but I don't want to get making videos now. That's not what I want
After
to do.
Effects.
I was gonna say I'll do a video series about making dumb TikToks with After Effects. There we go.
I would watch that so hard. Let's go.
I am actually planning on making videos because like I'm stealing from Vimy constantly, and he doesn't know it yet, but he'll find out soon. Actually he gave me some advice, and I'm honestly, it's me waiting for my voice to feel good enough to fucking do it. But like
Mood.
I've
Wait,
got
is that really why you're holding off on it?
yeah.
Just get a voice filter until then.
Your voice sounds great. Like now, like I hadn't talked to you in like a year.
I think the last time you spoke to me, I spoke like this. So
Yeah, exactly. So it was like,
Same.
wow, look at all the progress, you know. So like,
yeah.
I really think you're doing fantastic.
Thank you. Yeah, that is actually the reason I'm not doing it yet, though. I've got 3 scripts for Nanny Novel. I've got a script for like After Effects stuff, and I'm like, I listen to myself and I'm like, oh wow, I hate this actually.
Yeah, no, just power through it. It doesn't matter.
You're right,
I'm gonna
actually.
tell you, yeah.
I'm on a Discord server with I'm on a Discord server with a bunch of other like visual novel what do you call it, like YouTubers, where they're just doing like let's plays and commentary and reviews. I think at least like 2 of them, like they've publicly gone through their transitions, like through their channels, and it's just they keep churning out the content like normal.
Yep.
Yeah, it's fine.
I wonder if they're gonna invite me when they start doing that. I think a lot of them know me.
I mean, I'll just invite you. You want to
Okay.
be on the Discord? Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Let's wait till I get a video out first.
Okay.
I can tell you though, like about voices, like I've never particularly liked my voice because like the voice in my head doesn't sound like the voice outside my head.
Same, yeah. Mine sounds like a girl.
And mine sounds like a guy, right? Like I always thought, like, oh yeah, like I sound pretty cool. Yeah, no, that I do not sound like that outside my head. And it took a lot of time, like to change my mindset about it, right? Like because anytime I did voice acting, I was like, why would anyone want to listen to me talk ever in my life? But then I met someone, and like the first thing she tells me when I jump on voice chat is like, oh my god, you should do ASMR. And I'm like, what? And just the thought that anyone could like my voice for some reason, that was like, oh shit, like maybe this is completely subjective. And like that made me feel a lot better.
See, I love the feeling when someone says that, but then like my second thought is they're just saying that, and my third thought is they're full of shit.
To be fair, like, that was someone I had never met in my life. If it had been a friend, I'd be like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, see, someone said earlier, I want to hear Nye do a kitty voice. I'm like, oh, what the fuck? I don't know how to take that. I'm like, oh.
Do you want to do a kitty voice though?
No.
No,
Don't
no
hit-
meows. I will
Yeah,
meow for everyone. That's alright.
In private, yeah, maybe.
I will say though, like, if you edit your own videos, like, you're gonna learn to hate your voice whether you love it or not.
Oh yeah,
So-
no, I hate it. I hated
Yeah.
it before and I hate it now. So,
So if
don't need to
anything, like,
learn.
you're just ahead of the curve. Like, you're preparing yourself.
Yeah.
You're ready for like long editing sessions.
Can't wait to hate it even more. Thanks, Remy.
I love how we've gone from lunch break to therapy break.
I'm sorry, I did not mean to do that.
No. Like I legitimately love it.
Let's go back to burning things.
Yay! Fire!
Set the chat on fire.
Thank you for the reminder that I was cooking. I'll be right back.
And I set fire. You know, something that helped me a lot, was singing. Because I'm a terrible opera singer. Maybe not terrible, maybe I'm like extremely meh. But it just gave me like so much stuff to play with that it made me feel so much better about everything in my life.
Yeah, I really liked during the holiday season, you could watch the 25th anniversary production of The Phantom of the Opera on the Shows Must Go On YouTube channel. So I watched it, and like those songs are designed to be entertaining, but also to help keep the actors sharp for 3 whole hours. So like the Phantom of the Opera is there, and like that run is like each note in sequence, like of the opera is there, like that's just the notes on a piano going down. So like that's cool.
Yeah, that's really cool. Honestly, like I love all the stuff or like how to make it. I love musicals. One day I want to make a musical VN and call it a VN, not whatever they call the other thing.
Yeah. Wait. So oh my god, I gotta say this. I don't remember who it was. I think it was Steiner, but I was talking on Twitter with someone from the translation side of things, and I'm like, you know what we really need? We need a musical VN, and I'm pretty sure they said that can't happen. And then one came out like a couple months afterwards, and I can't remember the name of it suddenly. My wife was playing it the other night.
To be fair though, there's one. It's called Stray Gods.
That's it.
The thing is, it says it's an RPG, and I'm like, you are not an RPG. You are a visual novel. Like, I mean, yeah, you're a role-playing game by default. But like they just specifically avoided mentioning a visual novel anywhere, and I'm like, how dare you? You're a visual novel. Own up to it, rah! You know. But you know, like that's all fine and good. You know, like.
Is it not on VDB? Come on.
Because it's not advertised anywhere as a visual novel. They specifically do not mention anywhere visual novel, but it's a visual novel.
Imagine hating visual novels so much you don't want to be one. Jam.
Right. It's like it's a common marketing thing. Like I've talked to people in marketing who'd be like, oh yeah, you know, we would just not say it's a visual novel. I'm like, what do you mean not say it's a visual novel? It's a visual novel. I don't want to market my game as another thing. It is a visual novel. It's what it is. And if you play and you find yourself breathing and you expect something else, you're going to get mad. You know, like I just don't get it.
I mean, I will say, if I was a person who loved musicals and I'd never played a particular sort of game and I saw it was called a visual novel, I would go, well, that sounds like it doesn't have any music in it.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound like a musical game.
Okay.
Just call it a sound novel.
Yeah, an audiovisual novel. I don't know.
I'm looking on Steam right now, and like Triangle Strategy does not call itself a visual novel, despite all the visual novel segments. Digimon Survive does not call itself a visual novel.
Yep.
Even Underwater Ray Romano Prelude to the Fallen is a visual novel, but they call it a tactics RPG.
Wait, is that really the name of it?
That's
Yeah, that's how it said.
It's
Underwater Ray Romano.
But like the ancient name is Underwater Ray Romano.
I'm looking it up now.
His face was like, I'm going to Google.
Please Google Underwater Ray Romano.
Yeah. That's
I was totally ready for like the Seinfeld visual novel thing, but with like Everybody Loves Raymond.
Oh my god. Well, I'm gonna tell you again, if you all want to make a visual novel that is a musical, we'll call it musical novel. Let's make one. I'm here for you. I don't know what you want me to do, but I'm here for you.
Excellent.
If Star Trek can do it, we can.
Let me invent the musical novel genre.
There's a bunch of like rhythm game ones, but I mean that's super hipster territory. So okay, so if you want to count good ones, someone we're adjacent to loves Crescendo. That has rhythm game segments in it.
Nice.
And then if you want, and then there, like the super hipster ones that just came out, like We Are OFK and Goodbye Volcano High. Those have rhythm game segments.
I just love that you call it super hipster when it's like one of the more mainstream examples we have right now.
A different topic question, just while I got people here. Does anyone have experience with GLTF for 3D files, by any chance?
A little bit.
How popular is it actually in use? Is like that what people would actually export, or is that just a standard that nobody uses?
I can't even remember the last time I used it. I just remembered like at some point I had to do a lot of exports in that style, and there's just the whole time I was annoyed.
That's a reasonable data point. That's certainly something I'll be considering.
What was the context of that though? What was it?
Like one thing that came up was people talking about like right now Ren'Py is actually pretty 3D on the inside, but there's no good way of getting 3D data into it. So I'm probably going to be implementing support for one or more formats, for actually bringing, like, for example, like a 3D like set into your game.
Okay,
Like,
actually, now I'm going to look up the projects that I use this in.
You're going to see a bunch of Vroid models in Ren'Py games for sure. That's going to happen.
What's it called?
Vroid.
It's Vroid.
It's used to make a lot of what is it? VR chat models.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, Justine knows what I'm talking about.
It was jotted down. I've never even heard of it.
Yeah, I would expect a lot of people to do it, and thankfully, maybe it'll help people move away from Daz 3D. That would be cool. I'd like that. Me openly displaying hate for Daz 3D games. I'm sorry, but I don't like them.
Hey, that's where the money is.
Maybe.
Okay. Now I remember. It's because I needed to export a lot of very, very small. I remember this. I needed to export like a lot of really small 3D models for a HTML5 game. It was there was an ad for a Toyota campaign. So that's what we used to convert a lot of the models that they sent us with some like compressed material stuff. So yeah, no. Yep. That's good. That's good format.
Yeah, for people who are talking about Vroid Studio in the chat, also look up something called XR Animator. It is a tool set that can apply animations to a rigged model using nothing but a webcam. It's like mocap, but like super cheap and actually good. So it's actually good enough to like take a still image of someone and like read the posture of it, and then model, and then use the bones and the models to pose it. It's really cool. I was looking up into that for doing my VTuber stuff. Apparently, it doesn't work with Live 2D, so it was a waste of time. But it's really cool. So if you guys, if Tom gets 3D stuff in, and then you guys put Vroid models in, use XR Animator to pose them. I would actually like to put together a pipeline for that, because that seems like it'd be really cool.
And just as people are mentioning in the chat, I'll also take suggestions for other formats you think would be good, especially for like the scenery formats as much as the sprite formats.
I mean, FBX is the one that I generally use.
What's it called?
That's what I was gonna say. I think most people either use FBX or there was like an OBJ. Is it OBJ?
Yeah, .obj
Yeah.
files.
Yeah, those are the two that I always saw when I was working with 3D stuff. So I don't do it that
OBJ,
much
I
anymore.
actually implemented one, so I actually have some code for that. So, yeah. Not to spoil like what might be coming in next year's talk.
Oh man, we have like 5 minutes left to talk about things. Who else needs therapy?
Wait, is lunch already almost over?
Oh
Yeah.
Oh
God,
my
Yeah.
god.
I'm inhaling this mac and cheese as fast as I can.
Give me.
Hell yeah, I love me
Yeah.
some mac and cheese.
I'll mail you guys some. It'll be great.
Thank you.
Anytime.
I posted a video of someone showcasing XR Animator. It's pretty
Ooh.
neat.
Nice. Every day of my life, I'm like, it's not too late. I could quit everything and start making my characters in 3D.
You know,
Yeah,
just
before
before launch.
before the full game launches, like announce the remake.
Yes, exactly. Like, hey everyone, here's the full game I've been making for 7 years. Psych! This is the actual game I want to make. And it's a PS1 platformer.
Got him.
I'd play it.
I would fucking play it. I would absolutely play it. I want nothing else with my life. I actually have like my next game decided. It's going to be an RPG Maker project.
Ooh,
Oh, hell yeah.
let's go.
Let's go. I am. So like next year, I'll be screaming at you all like, yeah, woo! But I will be fake because I will not be a visual novel developer.
No. It's a visual novel with gameplay elements, okay?
Yes. No. Yeah. That's exactly what it will be. You know, it will absolutely be that. So
Yeah.
you know.
I worked myself into a corner with my next game because I was like, hey, as a cool capstone for all my visual novel videos, I should make something that uses all of my videos.
Ooh.
And I
Oh my god.
am, but now I'm like, well, now I need to make a few extra videos to cover some of these
Whoops.
new things that I'm learning to do this. So
I'm excited though. That sounds amazing.
That does sound amazing.
I'm sure it's going to disappoint everybody.
You could not disappoint anyone. You're too
True.
amazing.
You are
thank you.
unable to disappoint people. Tell me about it when we meet next. Like when you see me in GDC, tell me about it.
Oh yeah, I'm there for union talk, so that's what I'm going to be doing with you. A whole lot of that,
Fuck
a lot of
yeah.
evangelizing.
Have I told you that with a union, they have to inform you of layoffs in advance?
See, it's wild to me. Like I'm going to make this like a very quick 30-second talk because like it's wild to me. You cannot do this in Spain. In Spain, this is illegal. In Spain, you will get, like your company would get severe fines. Like they cannot do this. But yes, like that's. Yo, you have really bad labor laws. It makes me so mad every
Oh, we
fucking
know.
time. I am like, what the actual fuck? You have no idea how bad your labor laws are. Unionize. It's your only escape right now. You know that's my very quick
Yeah.
very quick talk right there.
Because
I
look
felt
at what
that.
Activision Blizzard did, where they hired these people and then they moved to California, and then less than 6 months later, you're fired. So now you are stuck in the most expensive state in the union with no fucking job, and everyone else has your skills and is trying to grab the jobs you're trying to grab.
Yeah, like yo, I was laid off by Blizzard in 2019. Then like I got my job back like a month later, and they let me again off like 5 months later. I was like, what even is the fucking point? You know, I just that was in comics though. Like that wasn't a video games, that was comics. And I just was like, I don't want to ever go through this shit again. So I just quit. And that was me working remotely. I cannot imagine the pain it must be like. You have brought it your whole life to move to work for something that you believed in, that you wanted to be part of.
Yeah, your
And now you find
house,
yourself-
your partner, your children, your car, your health insurance, all of this riding on this job.
Yeah.
So fun story relating to the visual novel community specifically. Do you know the first successful video game strike was done by visual novel writers?
I did not. That is
Yeah.
amazing.
Interesting.
It
Well, that's
Very
was
interesting.
The mobile
writers.
devs, right?
Hmm?
For that one mobile game, right?
Yep. It was for Voltage Entertainment. I forget
Yep.
the name of the big game, but they worked on a lot of stuff. It was a group of, what is it, 30 some odd writers. None of them were like white cis het guys. It was all queer and non-white men and women. They striked for 28 days against this company, and they were successful. They not only doubled the amount of money that they were getting, they got restriction, like, and these were contract workers. These weren't employees. They were all let go as soon as they like started striking, but then no one else wanted to work for that company because when you Googled them, when they're like, hey, we're looking for new writers, everyone reached out. And if anything, it just signal boosted the strike.
I
So
love
after-
that.
Yeah, after 28 days, they got literally everything that they wanted. And I've talked to a number of them just because of my own like unionizing efforts. Almost all of them are like in much better shapes. A lot of them are still in the industry too. I was talking to one of the lead organizers. She's working for Crytek now as like the senior narrative designer.
Oh,
So,
hey, I think I know her.
okay, we're gonna have a lot to talk about at GDC. We really are.
Yay!
All right.
That's
all right,
incredible.
on this perfect note, it is 2, and Shino should be up. So I
Yep.
will let you get your stuff set up.
Love you all.
Okay, this
Bye-bye.
is gonna be a bit tight on time,
Bye-bye.
but I don't think I'll cut into Python's time, hopefully. So, yep. I think Sing should be sharing right now.
Yep, I see your screen. It's all yours.